Welcome to another one of these videos where I list some things because list making is really popular on YouTube and I gotta get them views in that AdSense. I am super into Panic at Disco and I thought I might as well give a top 10 of my favourite songs. Now, I don't want people going into the comments being like, oh, why didn't you include this one, and all this stuff, right? Because like, this is my personal one, so if you have any that you disagree with or you agree with or something, let me know in the comments, or let me know songs that I didn't include that you like, and I'll read the comments and I'll reply to them and stuff. So yeah, let's get into this top 10 though. Now keep in mind this is kind of like my top 10 as of now, because my opinions on songs and like with bands in general, music in general, like my opinions on stuff change quite rapidly, and especially with Panic, because I love all their music so much that like sometimes I just change my mind on certain songs, and you know. Number 10 is When the Day Met the Night. This is from the album Pretty Odd, and it's I think it's a quite underrated song because I don't hear it mentioned a lot by Panic fans, but it is an incredible song. I just love the whole happy feel to it. It's a love song, and it's like using the sun and the moon as like a metaphor for two people who are in love, and it's just like the thing I love about it the most is that it's a love song, but it's not completely in your face. Like it isn't just telling you like this is a love song. It's like it's nice. It's not too on the nose. The lyrics are beautifully written, and yeah, I love it. My favorite part of the song as well is like the little bridge bit where it's the he was just hanging around and he fell in love, which is just incredible because I love the set of chords of that as well. It's just like a complete change from like the whole theme of the song at that point, because it starts turning love into like a negative and how it's a bad thing that he's in love. But I just love how the turn is, and you hear with like the type of chords that they use in that part as well. After it says, it goes, he was just hanging around, then he fell in love, and then suddenly the chords change to like this dark, like doom, you know, sort of thing. The whole song is just so great, but that's my favorite part of it. Number 9 is Hallelujah. This is from Death of a Bachelor, if I'm correct, but it was released like as a single before that. And it's an incredible song. It's very upbeat. I wouldn't describe it as like a club song, like you wouldn't hear it in a club, but like it's also very just upbeat and really, I don't know, it just evokes emotion out of you, like it just makes you generally happy. It's very theatric is what I'd say, and it's just a lot of stuff to it. The intro to it I like a lot. And I saw a few people saying that it's not that they didn't like it that much and they thought it was overrated, but I mean, in my opinion, I think it's a really, really good song. One of my favorite parts about it is that when he does it live, he does this crazy high note in it. I recommend if you haven't seen it live, go and watch a live performance of it. There's many on YouTube. He does a high note in it that's incredible in the second verse, and yeah, I just love it. Number 8 is Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time from Death of a Bachelor. I became a Panic fan in late 2015, so obviously like there's probably going to be quite a few from Death of a Bachelor, because that's sort of the album that, you know, that was released whilst I was into Panic. So Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time is a really, like, it's a different song from what they normally do. It's not like meant to have like an overwhelming, you know, backstory. It's not like a love song, or it's not meant to be like a crazy over the top thing. It's just about parties, and like I think it's about his like experience from before he moved and what it was like back for, I can't remember exactly where he's from now. I think it's about Vegas mainly, but yeah, it's really cool. I love the use of Rock Lobster in it for the riff. It's just incredible. It's incredible that they got that as well, and it makes the song 10 times better, and I just love it. I do love as well the bridge in this one with the I'm a scholar and a gentleman, and I usually don't fall when I try to stand, and there's that whole part, and it's just amazing. And I'm not as think as you drunk I am's a really good lyric, and I love the chorus on it as well. It's just how because it's just like the drum in the build up to the chorus as well. It's just a very oomph kind of chorus, you know. I couldn't think of another word to explain it. Number 7 is Ballad of Mona Lisa from Vices of Virtues. Now, in my opinion, in terms of like when they did live performances, I think 2011, from what I've seen, is probably their best time like to have been a Panic fan and have gone to a live performance, because the set list was just incredible. Some of the stuff from Vices of Virtues, obviously Ballad of Mona Lisa is still done now in the set. It's 2016, 5 years on, because it's incredible. It's timeless as well. Another interesting thing about it as well is that a lot of people have speculated what the meaning of the song actually is, but nobody seems to have a definitive this is what it is, and I don't think Brendan's actually come out and said this is what the song means. So I like that about it, you know. It's mysterious. You don't know exactly what it's about. A lot of people said it's about prostitution. Some people said it's about love and like, you know, having a crush on someone who doesn't have your back. Like I've seen a lot of many. Yeah, that's how you grammar, Tom. I've seen a lot of different meanings to it, but I don't think there's like a final one for it. So it's very interesting in that respect. Number 6 is Build God Then We'll Talk from Fever You Can't Spit Out. Now, in my opinion, Fever is one of the top albums that they've ever released. I know a lot of people rate it very highly and it's their favourite. I've got to say my favourite is Pretty Odd, but Fever You Cats But Out is like the second favorite, and it's so close as well with those. 'Cause I listened to Fever the other day all the way through, and it's just an incredible album. And one of my favorite songs on there is Build God Then We'll Talk. I just love the whole story. It's so weird. The lyrics are all like crazy, and like they just don't. They all make sense, but they're just so weird, right? I love songs that don't take themselves too seriously, and it's meant to be sort of jokey, and it's just great, and I love it. I love the thing that they did at the end as well with the Raindrops on Roses, the Favorite Things rip-off sort of thing. Well, not rip-off, but you know what I mean. The spin on Favorite Things. I think it's great. The general rhythm of the song is just incredible, and I just love it all. It's just so good. You'll notice with most of the things I say about this, they always end with me just going, yeah, because I really like it. Because that's just how I sum it up, you know. I just love these songs. Number 5 is Northern Downpour from Pretty Odd. I had to think then. This song is historic when it comes to Panic. It's a song that we hear nowadays. He doesn't do it anymore nowadays, but people talk about it so much nowadays since the band split. And a lot of people seem to relate it back to the band members and the ones who left, and like Ryan Ross and everything, and how he sings in it. It's a very emotional song. It's just, overall, it's beautiful. It's an amazing song. It's one of my favorite ones to play on piano. I did a cover on it on an old channel, and it's just, I love Northern Downpour so much. It's so timeless. Like, anytime I play piano, I always get Northern Downpour in there. Like, I just cannot go without playing it. I was thinking about getting a tattoo recently as well, and like, one of the lyrics from this song is what I wanted to get tattooed on me. It's, I know the world's a broken bone, but melt your headaches, call it home. And I love that lyric so much, and it's like a very iconic lyric, and people always talk about it because Ryan said to Brendan to remember that lyric. And I'd love to get it tattooed on me or something like that. Number 4 is Stole Me from Vices and Virtues. Now, I believe this was a bonus track on Vices and Virtues. I might be wrong, but the bonus tracks from Vices and Virtues are incredible, all of them. Like, there are so many others. In my honorable mentions, I have Casual Affair, which is just an amazing song. I just love the high notes in the chorus on that one. But Stole Me is a very, very good song. It has one of the strongest choruses from a Panic song probably ever, I think. I love how the verses aren't too like upbeat, and then the chorus just hits, and it's really well written. I love the lyrics in it as well. It's a very, very good song. It's very underrated as well. Not many people talk about it. I don't think I've actually ever seen him perform it live either, like on YouTube or anything. So maybe add that to the set list in the future, maybe? That would be random for him to do it, but I'd love it. Number 3 is 9 in the Afternoon from Pretty Odd, and this song is probably, I think this is like one of their most famous songs, because like, this is when Pretty Odd came out, people weren't sure on it because it was a different genre from Fever, and it got quite popular. This song got quite popular like worldwide. I remember hearing it on UK radio and stuff, and that was like the first time you'd heard Panic at the Disco in England. Like, you heard Sins a couple times, but it was just, this was like the emergence of Panic, other than like Fever. But 9 in the Afternoon is such an amazing song. It's one of those songs that you would like to listen to when driving somewhere. Funnily enough, my dad is actually into Panic at the Disco. I got him into it, and this is one of his favourites as well. So this always reminds me of like driving with my dad, normally to like the Swindon football game. So it's just, I love this song. And it's just so upbeat and happy. It's like the whole song could just be summed up with like, it's just so happy. Everything about it is just like, yeah, da, 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 you know, it's just like, and I love it so much. It's very good. Number 2 is Impossible Year from Death of a Bachelor. Now, this is, like I mentioned, my dad likes Panic. This is his favourite song from Panic at the Disco, and like one of his favourites out of everyone he's ever listened to as well. Impossible Year is a stunning song. The chords in it are incredible. There's multiple key changes. There's like 4 key changes in it, and they're just incredible, all of them. And it's just such a good song. It's so emotional as well. It's just very triumphant towards the end. It like really builds. It's a song that really builds up from the start, and it just really it's really triumphant at the end as well. The lyrics in it are amazing as well, just about how hard life can be and how hard of a year. I don't know what year he's basing this on, or what the meaning behind it is, but it's just, it feels like a song you can relate to. You know, if you're having a bad day and you listen to it, you're like, yeah, this life kind of sucks sometimes, but it's very motivational as well. Now, before we get to number 1, I have some honorable mentions written here, because when I made this list, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. So I swear to God, like, having to like choose 10 out of the amount of songs they have that I love was just so hard. So here's some honorable mentions for you. The honorable mentions are Hurricane from Vices and Virtues, Sarah Smiles from Vices and Virtues, Do You Know What I'm Seeing from Pretty Odd, and Casual Affair, which is a bonus track on Vices and Virtues I mentioned earlier in the video. Those are my 4 honorable mentions. If you guys want to mention anything else in the comments before we get to number 1, feel free to, and I'll probably agree with you. I'll probably be like, oh my god, that's so good, how did I not think of that? Number 1 is LA Devotee from Death of a Bachelor. Now, a lot of you are probably noticing as well with that pick that Sins isn't on the list. I am actually not that big of a fan of Sins. Like, when it comes on, I'm like, oh, this is good. But, like, it's not one of those songs that I openly go to listen to. Like, when I open my Spotify playlist, I don't immediately want to listen to Sins. But all these songs that I mentioned on the list are songs that I go to. So, yeah, Sins is... I guess I could have it as an honorable mention. But my number 1 is LA Devotee. They recently released the music video to that. Which they got the kid from Stranger Things, I think, for that. And it's just a very good music video, which is great because it contrasts the song. Because the song is just so upbeat and... It's just an incredible song, and then the music video is just so like dark, and it's like fucking cults, it's like satanic and stuff. It's just great. I love the intro to the song as well. The drums at the start are just I don't know why. It's the same as like when I first heard it. I remembered Let's Kill Tonight, which has a similar intro. But this one's just like, I just love the drums at the start. I don't even know how to describe how good it is. Once again, as with most Panic songs, I'm a fan of the lyrics in this one as well. They're thought-provoking, you know? You listen to the verse and then you're like, oh wow, this is like... You start to think about what those mean. Same with the chorus as well. It's one of those songs as well to sing as well. Like, it feels like every lyric just comes off the tongue. Like, it's just easy to say, and it's just... I don't know, it just feels... that it fits the rhythm, like, brilliantly, the lyrics do. And I just love it. The chorus is very upbeat and triumphant, like most songs of Panic do. But just LA Devotee is so incredible, and it's my number 1 on the list. Now, like I said, this is as it stands now. Probably like a couple months from now, LA Devotee will probably be like 8th on the list. But as of now, LA Devotee is number 1. I've heard a lot of high praise about it as well, and it's just very, very good song. But that is it for my top 10 list. Did you agree with all of it, or did you disagree with some of it? Tell me in the comments whether it's agreeing or disagreeing. I'd love to hear your opinions on it from fellow Panic fans. And yeah, that's it for this video. Leave a like on it if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.